Hey guys, and welcome to Let's Play Regalia of Men and Monarchs. This is a kickstarted strategy RPG with... I take that back. It's a blended RPG, inspired primarily by JRPGs of a few different subgenres. This was kickstarted by Pixelated Milk and came out last year. I was a little late to pick this up, and I've played a few hours of it, but it is well worth playing. So I'm going to hit new game. We're going to go ahead and play on the normal difficulty. So story mode, completing chapters is easier, objectives are less taxing, battles can be skipped, enemies deal less damage. This is like, for your new game plus, okay, I just want to see character stories I might have missed. I'm going to play on normal. Challenging gameplay experience. Enemies will pull no punches. Game was designed with this difficulty level in mind.
Our story begins in the Rashtil Expanse, where the wind races across empty plains. It is a sad, hostile land, a wild frontier, and a gateway to lands unknown. In ages past, Rashtil had a heart, the city-state of Regalia, ruled by the great house Lauren. Indeed, over centuries, it came to be known as the gem in the realms, earning respect from all races under the sun. But the Crusades changed that. Attracting the ire of its neighbors, Regalia was lost to the flames of war. With its marble bones laid to rest, the city has slept ever since, until now. In a distant country, a father lies on his deathbed. For his entire life, he has kept a secret. Yet now, the truth is finally revealed. His only son, Kay, learns that Regalia belongs to his family, the noble house Lauren. As the sole remaining heir, it is his destiny to face that heritage, to restore the ancestral kingdom. Aided by his two sisters and a trusty bodyguard, young Kay sets out on a journey to the Rashtil Expanse, to Regalia. The legend is about to be retold.
Yeah, this game is a little cheesy in an intentional way. Motivated by his dying father's unexpected last words, our hero ventures out to the Rashtil Expanse, to the kingdom of Regalia, to realize his royal birthright. So we have tutorials, navigate through dialogue by left-clicking, skip cutscenes by pressing the spacebar for a summary of what happens. You can't skip dialogue that has choices.
And so, on a promise made on the father's dying breath, our hero arrives to fulfill his destiny. For great justice! Wait, but that's not our hero.
Yeah, it's a bit self-aware.
This is our hero.
I can't feel my legs.
Steel yourself, young master. We're almost at the castle.
Right. This place is a mess. Not quite what I was expecting.
Ah, but surely you aim to restore this place to glory, young master. You are, after all, its rightful ruler.
Well...
What a terrible, terrible dump. Glorious kingdom. My ass. Remind me, whose idea was it to come here again?
Actually, I'm pretty sure both of you insisted.
Come on, sis. Isn't this exciting? It's like we're heroes of a book, on an adventure, or something.
Well, I suppose we may as well try to salvage something from this terrible misunderstanding of a trip.
Salvage?
Onwards, minions! To the castle. Maybe there's something valuable left, at least.
Minions?
As the ancestral city turns out to be little more than ruin, our heroes head for the main course, the family castle. In free roaming scenes like this one, you have direct control over Kay. Left click anywhere on the screen to walk, double click to run instead. Click a character to approach to them and to start a conversation. You can exit all free roaming scenes by clicking on the door icon and you hold the mouse wheel and drag the mouse to pan the camera. You can only save your game in fixed spots, including your town. You can save your game from the settings menu. Clicking on the cog in the upper right corner of the screen or pressing escape will enable you to access the appropriate option. So, Elaine is the only one we can talk to right now. Gwen may complain, but she was very keen on coming here too, right? It's okay, trust me. Good things are rarely easy. You can go to the town, or to the town. Excellent. I don't like that you have to confirm load screens, by the way. And here we can see that Griffith and Gwendolyn are up in Castle Lauren. Looks like we've got a bit of town here, if it's a bit roughed up.
Not much of an improvement.
Ugh, don't remind me. Loot and scoot, boys.
Well, at least she has her priorities straight.
Look, young master, such exquisite pieces of armor.
Aha! No, wait. Rat poop.
I must say, the inhabitants must have had a remarkable grasp on...
What's this, big bro?
Just some tea I found in a pot nearby. Tastes like dust and ashes, but, you know, it's still tea, right?
Wait, what?
You do realize that you just poured stuff from an urn,
Kay is not smart.
as in literal ashes.
Oh, shit.
What is the meaning of this intrusion? Who dares?
Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my.
You, the one with a dire need of a haircut! What have you done to my remains?
Well, apparently, I have drank them.
This is an outrage! My rest interrupted, my remains defiled! Prepare for severe punishment! Just kidding. How you doing?
What?
Don't go what on me, son. You're the one who drank my ashes, so you know. Some manners, eh? Maybe an introduction? A thing? Do you often wander into other fellas' households, slurping their debtors? Hmm?
This is Kay of House Lauren, heir apparent to this revered establishment. Ghost or no, respect is in order.
Respect.
But...
Oh, so you're a Lauren, sonny? Funny story. That would make me your grandfather. Desideratus of House Lauren, at your service. Now I imagine being dead limits my options.
Is this real life?
So, heir apparent, is it? Good for you. I thought you'd be taller, and bulkier, and, you know, smarter. And ashes stuff? Big no-no. Rocky start, my boy.
Look.
Anyway, since I'm already here, might as well help you get right on track, hmm? Fetch me the customer.
Oh, joy.
I don't think there's one left around.
Bullshit, son. We Laurens are proud folk. And this... Just what the hell happened here? This place is a dump!
At least he agrees, of all people.
Seriously, what have you people done to the castle? Is it that bad? What about the village? This ain't right. This ain't right at all. But you're the heir. You'll be putting all of this back together?
Well, indeed, noble spirit. As we live and breathe, we shall see to it that young master will bring,
Look, I'm sorry about the ashes. And I appreciate the offer, I really do. But we came here looking for a family estate, not ghosts in ruins. Nobody expected this. This is crazy.
But you're the heir.
Sorry, this just won't work out.
What thou must... Wait, where are you going?
But thou must.
Hey!
Kay.
Wait, you lot! I ain't done with you! Ah, kids these days.
A particularly dumb decision summons the ghost of Kay's grandfather, who then urges Kay to rebuild the kingdom. Overwhelmed by the sudden responsibility, Kay refuses, leaving the castle to collect his thoughts.
Oh, hey guys.
What was that all about?
I needed to collect my thoughts.
Sure looked like a temper tantrum to me.
It's just too much, you know? One day we're heirs to an ancient city. Then it turns out that there's nothing left standing and that the whole errand was pointless. And last but not least, there's a crazy ghost who wants us, me, to rebuild this place as if I'm some sort of king.
You do know you kind of stepped into that one yourself.
So what is your plan, young master?
We're leaving this place.
What?
We're not heroes. We may be of House Lauren, but so what? This place is ancient history, nothing more.
Did someone say House Lauren? Well met. With whom do I have the pleasure?
How rude to demand the name of another before introducing oneself.
Very well. The lady has a point. Walter Crucy. I represent the Furtive Union.
The Furtive Union?
I take it you are not familiar with our organization, then. Speaking concisely, we are men of business. Sometimes we invest, sometimes we lend. But mostly, we reclaim goods deemed impossible to vindicate.
So you're debt collectors?
Correct, more or less. But that still leaves us in the dark over your identity. Or your rather puzzling presence in this godforsaken place. You were not supposed to be here.
Well,
I do not like your tone. This is Kay, heir to House Lauren, inheritor of Regalia, the rightful master of this city. If anyone remains the intruder, it is your entourage, Mr. Crucy.
Is that true? You are the heir, young man?
by the gods, Griffith.
You would doubt our word?
Interesting. That is an excellent turn of events. We shall kill two birds with one stone.
Oh?
Regretfully, I have to inform you that your holdings and possessions back home have been confiscated.
What?
What?
How the hell?
If you truly are Kay of House Lauren, then by virtue of law, you have also inherited the obligations placed upon this land. Monetary obligations.
Obligations?
In short, your ancestors have left you a rather staggering debt, my lord.
Show me. What? How is that even possible? The zeros need a separate sticker to fit on paper.
I am afraid that for all their prestige and renown, your grandsires appear to have been rather indulgent people, my lord. Shall we proceed with the execution?
But I don't have that kind of money.
That is unfortunate. Also ironic, given their wealth of history here.
I can't believe it. All of this, the whole city, lost because of a debt?
Why, no. It got destroyed during the Crusades. The debt, you see, is an older development.
The Crusades?
But enough angsting over history. Business first. Let me introduce you to my assistants. Mr. Knight, what are you doing?
You will not harm them.
Please. We are civilized people. Punching, albeit enjoyable, would give us little benefit. At least for now. The truth remains, however, that you indeed seem unable to procure funds. Thus, I propose a deal.
A deal?
You are a king right now, young man. Of sorts. Your title still has hold in Brashtill. People respect it, and respect is money. I propose you seize what chance you have. Rebuild this city of yours. Revitalize it.
Is this a trick?
Why would it be? Consider it an investment of trust on our part.
And if I refuse?
You seem to have misunderstood my position, my lord. It is not an if, not a but, not a maybe. Do it, or payment shall be extracted through different means. Considerably less pleasurable, if I may add.
Big bro.
I am a reasonable man. We shall split the debts into parts, each to be paid in regular intervals. Would that be acceptable?
You're asking us to do the impossible.
No, we are asking you to do the improbable. But this is a chance now. One surely worth.
I forgot how long this intro is.
To act as soon as possible. Time is money, and you cannot afford to waste it, my lord. And this is our cue to leave. The accord has been reached, nothing else remains to be said. Soon, I will contact you through mail. I bid you farewell.
But this is insane!
The deadline is approaching. Tick-tock, tick-tock.
Are you alright, big bro?
Give me a minute. Okay. Thoughts?
Isn't it obvious? It's not like we have any other options.
Yeah.
Did they really sell Dad's estate? That's evil.
Does it change anything? Wasn't Master K planning to make his ancestors proud anyway?
Well, technically... you know what? Never mind.
No, go on. How do you feel about this?
I'll be honest with you guys. I don't like this one bit. Aside from the debt thing, whoever or whatever should be doing spring cleaning here, it's not me. Not us. But then comes the debt thing. And we don't really have any choice anymore. I hate it. But we must. Damn it. This is so depressing.
Annoying, more like. What's the big deal? Can't hurt to try. And you have that alleged grandfather to help us, right?
Oh, that's true. I have completely forgotten about him.
I do not expect him to be happy about the debt.
No, he won't be. But that's not going to be the worst part of the conversation. Oh, well. To the castle, then. Off we go to beg and moan. Yay.
The irritated expression reminds me of Kaiji. Our distraught hero is visited by the ominous Mr. Cruci, who reveals that Kay's ancestors have accumulated a massive debt over the centuries. The debt collector poses an ultimatum. Restore the kingdom to pay off the debt or perish in ignominy. His hands seemingly tied, Kay decides to confer with his ghostly grandfather once more.
And that's how it went.
Nasty buggers, them FUs. So it looks like you'll be needing my help after all, eh? Ah, funny how it works.
Yes, the irony is not lost on us.
Just tell me what to do.
Let me see. A king ain't a king with no people to lord over, yeah? So that's the first thing. Get someone to move here. Any pair of hands would be a resource right now. Also, perhaps it'd be worth looking into that whole debt business, you know?
What do you mean?
That loan shark ain't exactly what I'd call the most trustworthy person around. What you got was scraps, and we need facts, writs, documents, the whole story, my boy. Call me a sentimental dead sod, but I can't imagine my kiddos ruining the kingdom over money.
Crucy mentioned wars. Crusades.
There you go. Something worth looking into, hmm? Ah, and Sonny, you're not alone. Those sisters of yours, that stern-looking chap, you're all House Lauren. Do not try to think everything through by yourself. You have 4 heads. Use them.
And there's you.
Oh, right. About that. I'm hopping in.
Huh?
Don't harm me, boy. Like it or not, technically, I'm inside you now.
Ew.
And this means our fates are tied for now. And believe me, you'll need me. Oh, yes. In other words, you'll be lugging me around wherever you go.
Oh, gods.
Oh, just kidding. But I appreciate the enthusiasm. My spirit is bound to these walls. Likely for good. Bloody shame that. I would love to see how the world's changed over all these centuries.
What was it like back then, Grandpa?
Probably nicer if you don't count the gnomes. I'll tell you some other time.
Cool.
The gnomes. But the gnomes are still around.
They are? I knew it. Business savvy, that's great.
Irritating and bipolar, I see.
When?
Now, I may be a racist old codger who has mixed feelings about them gnomes, but they know their stuff. And you do need their stuff.
Which is?
Surely you've heard. Pretty much everything they touch turns to gold. And you need gold, no? You're gonna need trade routes. And they're born tradesmen, sonny. If anyone can help you make the coin flow again, it's them. As much as it cramps my spectral butt to say so.
I see. Right. Time to get to work.
Oh, one more thing. Before you do anything, sonny, have you, taken a good look around? Castle's a mess. Unless you want to be king for dust mites, I'd suggest the 4 of you grab a mop and declutter it.
No way in hell I'm going to clean.
I'm allergic to dust.
Gee, thanks, guys.
With no alternatives in sight, the family resolves to restore Regalia, if only to get rid of Crucy. Following their grandfather's suggestion, Kay and Griffith descend to the castle's less than charming rooms to do some spring cleaning. What exactly will we be cleaning? Oh, you know, simple things. Spider webs, rubble, dust mites. Whoa! By the gods, this one's huge and ugly. Perhaps it's the broodmother of those things. I wonder if it flies.
Oh, for the love of...
Are we really talking about this right now? Just hit it! Hit it! Yeah, Cave's voice is pretty much perpetually cracking, and it's pretty good. Only one objective: defeat all enemies. Hallway beneath the castle. Start battle. This is your list of available characters. Click on a portrait and then click on any blue tile to deploy them. Pressing right click will cancel your last choice. So we can put Griffith here and Kay here. There's also auto deployment and total reset. Finish deployment. Let's get down to business. Turn 1.
Leave this to me!
During a combatant's activation, they can both move and perform an action in any order. Combatants can move multiple times during an activation, so long as they have movement points remaining. However, combatants can perform only one action per activation. This can mean either using a skill or an item. When you're done, end Kay's activation by pressing the space button. The hotbar with all available actions is here. Hovering over skill icons will display extensive information about the highlighted skill, its damage range, cooldown period, and possible outgoing effects. You can cancel your selections by right-clicking. So, we have the command ability. Grants 20% of maximum shields to a target if used on an ally. Applies marked to a target for 2 turns if used on an enemy. Viewpoint, I punch. So, when an enemy is marked, skills performed on that target have a 100% hit chance. Shields are basically overheal. And I don't think you're ever going to heal hit points, you're only going to heal shields. Bang! Deals 70% of base damage as physical to the target and applies a weaken for 2 turns. They say the world will end with a whimper. Kay disagrees. And weakened lowers base damage by 25%. Rend deals 95% base damage as physical damage to a target, has a 50% chance to apply a slow for 2 turns. A sword makes a perfect punchline to an argument, provided it's used sparingly. And slowing basically halves speed. There's also Inspire. Spawns an Inspiring Banner on the battlefield for 2 turns. Banner has a 30% chance to apply Empower to an ally when they activate. The chances are increased to 100% if the ally activates while adjacent to the banner. For reasons unknown, people seem to find huge banners reassuring. Don't ask us, at least they're pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and throw down a banner. 30% chance to buff everyone when they take their turn. And I'm going to move up a bit, but not entirely. And that's why not entirely.
Let us strike.
Alright, on Griffith's turn, he has Pinpoint Strike, 80% of base damage as physical damage, and applies Sundered, which lowers all defenses by 30%. Boisterous Challenge, taunts and blinds an enemy for 2 turns. Your mother was a hamster, of course. Blind decreases hit chance by 25%, which is actually significantly less devastating than in most games. And Taunting, forced to attack the Inflictor, doesn't work if taunted targets are adjacent to non-inflicting enemy combatants, so it won't make him go to you. Crescent Strike deals 80% of base damage as ice damage to targets within range, and the user generates 10% shields for every target hit. Offense versus defense, why not both? And Dynamic Entry moves to the target. If it's an enemy, deals 70% of base damage as physical damage, plus 10% for each tile moved through. If it's an ally, applies the Fleet status for 2 turns and removes all negative ongoing effects. When life closes a door, breach the wall. Fleet is haste. So, we can't make a dynamic entry at all, unfortunately. I can at least blind that one, though.
Be your opponent.
And then you can end turn. Yeah. Health can't be replenished during combat in any way. Instead, you gain temporary shields that are depleted before health. Beware, there are ways to bypass shields and available mostly to enemies. Hey, life ain't fair. We have stocked 2 authority points, which you gain per turn. And he has access to the Pull Yourself Together skill. Grants 60% of maximum shields to target ally and lowers all of their cooldowns by 1. Why do we fall again? So I'm just going to come up here and slap him with Rend. You can also spend an authority point to use a second skill. I don't... I could kill it with Bang? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Wait.
And stay down.
What? Oh, whenever Erratic is defeated, Broodmother loses 200 hit points. Okay. You can double-click any enemy to... Oh. Yeah, double-click an enemy to actually see all of their stats and skills. Which is a really nice feature. So now I can have Griffith come up here, go for a Crescent Strike. Wait, there's Friendly Fire? I forgot about that. That's unfortunate. I have a guarantee guarantee to kill it with a pinpoint strike, though.
For honor. Well fought.
Alright, she... Let's see. Skills may apply positive or negative ongoing effects to their targets. These are always displayed at the bottom of a skills tooltip. Passive abilities are special types of ongoing effects unique to each combatant. These are infinite in duration and typically reflect a combatant's playstyle. All ongoing effects currently affecting the combatant are shown here. This is also where you find a combatant's passive ability. So if we look here, K gains 1 stack of Battle Tide when he uses a skill. At 3, all stacks are consumed, granting a random passive effect to a random ally for 2 turns. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and give Griffith some shields, because that's all K can do this turn. And run.
At your side.
Griffith gains 3 movement points when he kills an enemy, so... For example, I can move up here, hit you with a pinpoint strike,
Do not falter.
hit you with a pinpoint strike. Oh. Bad example. Ooh. K should be able to kill that. Heyo.
Let's go.
Yeah. Move up 1. Bang.
Put your guns on.
And turn, and then a dynamic entry. Can't kill the Brood Mother. Oh, it didn't count the bonus damage. You're victorious. You gain 25 XP. But wait, doesn't it just go to those two? No? XP is handled in a really good way in this game. Like, everyone gains levels at the same pace. Everyone gains XP. Like, it's just, you are level 2, everyone is level 2.
Well, well. I think you should look at this, sire. Sire? Sire.
What? Okay, coming. What did you find? Wait, a sketch of House Lauren's family tree? That's exactly what we need! Oh, but it's incomplete. Damaged.
It's a start, no?
What do you mean?
Look at it as one looks at a foundation. With this, you get a tangible base to build upon. Questions to answer, people to look for, names to check. A direction, so to speak. Which is exactly what we need right now. I am sure that eventually, we will be able to fill the blanks ourselves.
You're right. Let's show this to the girls, Griffith.
Agreed. And as unenthusiastic as they were, let us hope they have cleaned up the main hall.
I'm sure Grandfather would nag them to death otherwise. Oh, by the way, before we go... This seems out of place.
Yeah, it's 3D instead of 2D.
Indeed. It does not resemble any of the other armors around the castle.
Thoughts?
It seems Lord Amarian in origin. Sun symbols everywhere, plenty of ornamentations, highly impractical, perhaps used for ceremonial reasons. In all honesty, it is hard to tell sometimes. Lordamar's knights like it gaudy.
Lordamar? The kingdom of Lordamar to the east? Militant sun worshippers?
Spouting exposition?
The very same, yes.
Why would a Lordmarian armor be locked in here? We're in Rashtil. That's far, far away.
A gift from a king, perhaps.
Could be. Think we should do something with it?
If it doesn't involve Lady Gwen pawning it off for money, then yes.
I was thinking more along the lines of main hall decoration. Moving it somewhere more presentable.
I do not see why not.
All right. Up to it.
Sometimes I think you and your sisters are more alike than you imagine, young master.
After stumbling upon the castle armory, who says upon, our heroes retrieve an incomplete family tree of House Lauren. While the information it presents is scarce, it gives them a solid base to start their inquiry into what exactly happened to Regalia. Additionally, it seems that someone somehow has left behind a suspicious suit of golden armor. It's Lautrec. Kill him.
Hey, you're back. How did it go?
To be honest, we didn't really clean much, but we found this.
What's that?
Looks like a family tree. Our family tree.
Coincidentally, it's already on the wall.
You know, this may actually be useful. We're going to need stuff like this if we want to get to the bottom of this debt business.
Our thoughts exactly.
Oh, but it's more than that. You can't be narrow-minded in this, boy. It's not just about who borrowed what, you know? If you want to be a king, you need legitimacy. And that means history, lineage, solid facts, everything that constitutes rulership. You may frown upon this, Sonny, but there are folks who buy into this more than they buy into money. It's a chunk of knowledge that will help you in the long run.
I agree. If we are to be nobility, we need the bearings of nobility. And if it helps us on more than one front, all the better.
I can't be running around dusting off chronicles. There are things to do right here, right now.
You're not alone in this, big bro. Remember?
Let me handle the boring ancestry stuff. I'll be digging into documents and family affairs while you do your thing, which I assume will involve whacking uglies.
What about me?
What about you?
I want to help too.
How about no?
I think that's an excellent idea. I'd appreciate it if you two would work on this together.
Are you serious?
You heard him.
Oh, come on, sis. Why the long face? It's going to be fun.
Also, I bet your duties will take you all over Rashtil, Sonny. Methinks you should also ask the nice ladies over here to look after the city while you're away. All in all, you're in this together, as a family.
So are you, old fart.
Oh, but I'm dead already.
Can I trust you with this, then?
Leave it to us.
What about you, Griffith?
You know my answer. I swore an oath on your father's dying breath that I would not leave your side. I shall follow you in the field, should you call me to do so.
Very well. What's our next step?
I may have a thing, Kay. While you guys were gone, I took a sightseeing trip around the city. Turns out there are still some people living in the area.
Really?
Yep, there's an inn near the crossroads not far away from the gates. I saw light coming from inside, so they're most likely still in business. Here, big bro, I'll show you on the map.
Oh, that's excellent news. If anything, you should go and introduce yourself. You're going to be their ruler.
Mingling with peasants. What exactly will this accomplish?
Now, young lady, a king is nothing without his subjects. Any fool may claim a pile of rubble, but without people, you're just an empty title. Or a tyrant. No, my boy, one cannot rule in a vacuum. You need to be a person. Their person, not just a face on the throne. You may obtain riches and inherit lands, but in the end, true wealth lies in the hearts and minds of your people. You are only as powerful as the respect you command. Never forget this.
Respect of my people.
Ah, at last! The Patriarch speaks my language. Duty, service, loyalty. We shall forge bonds everlasting. This I swear.
Yeah, what he said. All right, I'm off to the inn. Griffith?
At your side.
Let's go then.
An agreement is made. Kay and Griffith will handle any issues involving the adventuring away team, while Gwenda and Ellie will look deeper into the family's past and tackle day-to-day administration. First things first, however, it turns out someone's still living in the city's inn. And we'll be meeting them next time on Let's Play Regalia, Men and Monarchs. We've seen the combat, we've met our royal family, and we have our basic premise set up. Next time, we're heading to the Placeholder Inn, and possibly even adventuring. See you guys then.